It's finally draft day para sa Barangay Ginebra, and alam naman natin na ang draft, it is the first phase or first step, first day kumbaga ng panibagong season. Especially para sa Barangay Ginebra na coming off, consecutive disappointing conferences or even seasons. And they tried to fix said problems, pero every time they do, it seems like they get worse. So itong draft day na to for Barangay Ginebra, as a fan personally, medyo nakakatakot tong araw na to kasi sobrang dami na nilang blunders. And meron namang mga, excellent draft picks ang Ginebra, Scottie Thompson, Arvin Tolentino na tinrade nila. And kahit na yung mga Ralph Koo, decent picks sa lower end ng rounds. Pag-usapan natin ang mga ginawang moves ng Ginebra prior and during the draft night sa Season 50. Una sa lahat, si Norbert Torres, hinad ng Ginebra a day before the draft kasi medyo mababaw sa bigs tong draft class na to. So, I think they recognized that and they immediately looked for a solid big man who can actually play as a backup or even as a third string if ever. So, that move makes sense para sa Barangay Ginebra. It's step 1. So, let's talk about the following ones. So pagdating ng draft, there were some surprises para sa Barangay Ginebra. So itong part na to ng video is going to be a breakdown of their moves, of their picks, and then i-grade ko siya based sa opinion ko lamang. So take everything with a grain of salt, guys. This is for fun. Huwag natin masyadong seryosohin, please. And ang magiging grading system ko is kung nagustuhan ko ba yung pick out of 5. Fit ba siya sa sistema ng team ngayon out of 5. NSD Spirit Meter. First impressions ko to pag pinanood ko yung highlights or yung games sa live stream if available. Does it give an effort type of guy out of 5 ulit? Triangle Robot Meter naman. Skill set ba is very fit or very capable to run the triangle offense? Out of 5 ulit. And kung trade piece ba siya or more of a keeper player na despite hindi naman to about sa talent. It's more sa potential and sa skill set and the combination of both. Out of 5 ulit, i-divide ko after kong i-add lahat yan into 5 to get an average score. So, mabilisan lang pero gusto ko lang din i-promote sa kabilang channel. I uploaded a Mark Agiwa video. Just in case lang naman, diba? Just in case lang. Hindi ko naman pinipuwersa. Anyway, so ang draft picks ng Barangay Ginebra after ng draft day or draft night, sa 11th pick, they draft Sonny Estil. Second round, 13th pick, using Terra Firma's pick, Mario Barasi. Sa second round ulit, 23rd pick, they draft John Cedric Abyss. And then sa third round, 35th pick, nagpass na sila, ending their night with 3 selections. Pag-usapan natin yung pinakaunang selection ng Barangay Ginebra sa draft day na ito or draft night. For their 11th pick, Ginebra selected Sonny Estil, isang 6'3 wing who played for Pampanga Giant Lanterns prior to the draft. Sa MPBL 2025-26 season, he was mostly a backup. He appeared in 8 games, played roughly 9 minutes per game. Usual MPBL backup minutes yan. He averaged 3.1 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 0.4 blocks per game. Might be an unfamiliar name kasi hindi naman siya sikat na UAAP or NCAA player. I've read, committed siya to Letran. Pero if I'm going to be honest, I don't really know. Familiar ako sa kanya kasi nakita ko na nag-MVP siya sa draft combine which I watched. And alam ko unang tanong ng marami is kung shooter ba siya from the outside kasi mahalaga yun sa basketball ngayon. Especially 6'3". I know a lot of people would be upset if nag-draft ang Ginebra ng 6'3 wing or 6'3 big man, di ba? Yung mga ganong klase ng players, ang mga players na people don't like as much as they did kumpara dati. Anyway, 3-point shooting sa last MPBL season niya, he shot total 3 out of 8, so 37.5% yun in very low volume, pero still, it's basically an attempt per game. Pinanood ko rin naman yung games. Ilang games yung tinignan ko, sample size. Kasi nag-record din naman ako ng clips for this. It's not bad. He takes 3-pointers regularly. Kumbaga, good shot diet of, hanging in the paint, setting screen sa perimeter, catch and shoot 3-pointers, minsan mid-range. So, he's a very versatile forward. In terms of his play style, he's an athletic wing. So, expect him to provide energy and length. Siguro yung 3-point shooting, wag muna tayo mag-expect. Pero siguro yung energy, yung length, tsaka yung hustle, given na yun sa laro niya. It's a very decent size with 6'3". Decent na yan sa PBA for a wing. So, of course, diba, hindi naman siya si Jamie Malonzo. pero he can give this team some energy and effort, which is very important, and nagkukulang din as of late sa team na to. So think of him as more of an Calvin Abueva type of player, whether diba, they keep Sonny Estile or trade him for the actual Abueva, we don't really know. For my comparison right now, reminds me of Chris Ellis. So in terms of my grading, again guys, this is more of for fun lang. 3.6 out of 5. Mataas na yan. Passing score naman is 2.5. Did I like the pick? 4 out of 5. Fit ba siya? I think yes, 4 out of 5. Kasi is an athletic do-it-all wing. Bagay naman yun sa Ginebra. NSG Spirit Meter, 5 out of 5 kasi is very athletic, very energy type of guy. So, nilagay ko na sa 5. Triangle Robot Meter though, dito medyo hindi pa tayo sure. So, nilagay ko muna sa 2. Trade piece ba or keeper? I think yes, he's mostly a keeper. These type of players, diba, you'd hope na maging parang Glenn Cobontin in the future. So, not bad of a pick. Could have gotten, much better picks or much popular names, pero I'm not that mad sa Sonny Estile pick na to. Pero yung susunod na pick nila sa 13th pick, medyo, doon ako medyo may konting reservations, let's just say. Which is Mario Barasi, 6'7" big, last played for Basilan, Star Horse before this draft. Ang concern or ang problema ko lang naman sa pick na to, third stringer kasi siya for Basilan. So, ano pa kaya if sa Ginebra, di ba? He's not quite Ben Adamos and he's not playing over Ben Adamos. Sa Basilan, he averaged or he appeared in roughly 5.8 or almost 6 minutes per game. Mostly garbage time. Nasa harap ko ngayon yung game logs ni Mario Barasi. Ang dami niyang 0 in terms of minutes or sa games. Meron siya 4 minutes which is garbage time. 4 minutes ulit. 1 minute and 40, 5 and 37, 4 and 22, tsaka isang 8 minutes against Imus. Na pinasok siya 6 minutes remaining sa 4th quarter kasi tambak na eh. So, third string siya sa MPBL. So, I don't know kung anong, diba, ano sa PBA. Pero anyway, he appeared in almost 6 minutes per game. Mostly garbage time. Average 1.6 points, 1.3 rebounds, and 0.4 blocks per game. Right? He's a garbage time player sa MPBL, so I don't really know. Let's skip. Grade ko ay 2.8 out of 5. Did I like the pick? 3. Kasi yes, big man naman siya, which is, di ba, isa sa mga kailangan nila. Fit ba? Nilagay ko sa 3 kasi, mahilig naman sa big man si Tim Cone. NSD Spirit Meter, we don't really know. Nilagay ko na lang 3 kasi base sa mga nakita kong clips or sa games na pinull up ko from MPBL. Sakto lang, diba? Triangle Robot 3, pwede na kasi pwede yung iposte. Trade piece barkeeper 2 kasi I don't think he'll play over Ben Adamos anytime soon. So, yung susunod na pick naman, ito gusto ko tong pick na to. Out of the 3, hindi, okay, sige, still pa din first round, pero I really like their 23rd pick, which is John Cedric Abyss, or Abyss. I'm not sure sa pronunciation, pero familiar ako sa kanya kasi I've watched Perpetual before. Even ng panahon pa ni Kim Aurin kasi nagta-triangle sila noon under Coach Mike Sagigit. So, John Abyss is a 6'3" forward who is more of a do-it-all type of player. Ang pinakagusto kong skill na pinopossess ni John Abyss is yung ability niya or yung skill niya to feel out dribble handoffs. Magaling siya mag-set ng dribble handoff. Alam niya kung kailan niya bibigay. Alam niya kung ano yung angulo, yung timing, yung type of pass na pwede niyang gawin. So, I really like his game. Sa NCAA Season 100, he played roughly 26 per game in which he averaged 9.1 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 2.9 assists para sa Perpetual. So, basically, 9, 5, and 3. Very decent. In terms of percentages, 41.3% from the field and almost 26% from 3. 7 out of 27 total sa tres. He can hit it, not consistently right now, pero kaya naman if he tried. Pero hindi pa sa mataas na percentage as of now. Pero ang pinaka-vina-value kong skill set ni John Abyss or Abyss ay yung ability niya to play, make, and create opportunities for his teammates while existing in a system that he is very familiar with. Good all-around IQ player. Comp ko sa kanya is Aljon Mariano plus Ralph Koo equals yung result nun, i-divide mo by 3 tapos diba tatlo yung result doon. Kuha ka ng isa and then yung isa na yun is John Abyss or Abyss. So in terms of grades, Siya pinakamataas today for me. Hindi naman relative lang to the player. Ang grade niya is 4 out of 5. Did I like the pick? Yes, 4 out of 5. Fit ba siya? 5 out of 5. NSD Spirit Meter, 4 out of 5. Triangle Robot Meter, 5 out of 5. Ito ang question ko though. Is he a keeper? So yun dun magkakaalaman kasi what he provides, kayang i-provide ng other players na mas may experience and mas proven PBA level talent. Pero hindi naman masama kung itatry ng Barangay. So ang next na ginawa ng Barangay, Nebra, third round, nag-pass na sila. 11 Estil, 13 Barasi, Abyss 23. It's not bad of a, draft night para sa Barangay. Could have gotten more, familiar players, pero I'm not that mad. Besides the Barasi pick, na-gets ko rin naman, kailangan nilang kumuha ng big, at least isa man lang. Pero, sayang, ang daming hindi nakuha do sa Barasi pick na yon. Pero I think na make up naman nila with the John Abyss pick sa 23.